Everybody, is Snowmobiling Podcast. This is your host, Gord Van. And today I got kind of a special interview. A family I've known for dozens of years, the Dillon family. I've known his dad, Luke, and Trina, his wife, for decades. Luke was racing on the CSRA circuit, and so was Trina. And they had a little family. And the rest is kind of history. Creighton Dillon is dominating the ISOC series right now. He won the first race. He won overall last year on the sport categories. His sister Victoria is wiping up in the men's class and the women's class. I'll say wiping up, but she handed it to several dozen boys last weekend in Ironwood, and with a third place, and she got a second place in the women's 9 to 13 class. So I'm going to bring on Creighton right now. Say hello. This podcast is also sponsored by CKX. So I'm going to bring on Creighton. Hey, Creighton, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. Did that train go by okay?
It's still going now.
It's still going by. Okay, we might get interrupted by a train a little bit, some rumbling. So, first of all, how's it going today? You were out practicing already today, or the conditions can't be great?
No, we were gonna go practice, but it's gonna rain all day here, so I think we're just gonna go karting or something.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's how you hone your skills a little bit in the go karts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hand it to your dad pretty good or what?
I don't know. I've never been with him. I'm just gonna go with my buddy today.
Yeah. I can see your dad being one of those guys that crash into you and just try to cause havoc.
We get kicked out with him.
Okay, it's great to see you again. I don't know if you remember me, but I was the mean guy, the tech guy on the 120 class, and did I scare you a little bit back in those days?
I don't know. I just remember I got DQ'd quite a bit.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, that was your father's fault then.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I know it was your father's fault. So. But you always had that same serious look on your face when you're on that 120 mod of yours. You had the big high handlebars, and you'd be standing up on it, and you always had that intense look on your face. But anyway, those days are long gone.
Yep.
So tell us about last year you won the sport class in the ISOC series. Last weekend you won the first race in Ironwood. How'd Ironwood go for you?
Ironwood was pretty good. I mean, I had a little bit of sled problems the whole weekend. The Dominator on Friday was really good. But race day on Saturday, it was a little rough. I got pretty bad starts. I got black flagged in the heat. Had to go I think I was in second, got black flagged back to last, and then went from about 8th or 9th back to second in 2 or 3 laps. So I went 3-2 in my heats, and then first in the final, which was great. Got a pretty bad start, but we made up for it. And we did good.
Yeah. The Dominator. How were your times compared to everybody there? Were you in the show?
I was third fastest out of everybody in the Dominator.
Really?
Yeah.
And so why didn't you qualify? You just missed it. I mean, it was.
I qualified for the Dominator. I raced in it. I just I got kicked out in the second round. I got beat.
Oh, because I missed that qualifying, and then I didn't see you, so. I kind of tuned in about halfway, kind of thing. So I didn't see it, but that's cool that you qualified to get in it. That's awesome. Yeah. That's good. Who are you going against?
I went against Daniel Benham in the first round, and I won against him. And then Emil Haar, I went against him in the second round, and I just made some rookie moves on the first lap and got passed. It was I kept him honest though, I think, but it was a good learning experience coming into Saturday.
Yeah. The track didn't look very easy to pass on.
No, it was pretty one-lined.
Yeah, that you're going to get that when you have all the mild snow conditions. You're going to get those one lines, because it just turns. You basically bog down into it. So you started out with London Recreation, stuff like that. They still look after your practice sleds, do they not?
Yeah, Mike helps me out a bunch. He builds my practice sleds every preseason.
Yeah.
And I'm really thankful for that because I have no idea how to build a sled from a crate.
Right.
But, yeah, he still helps me out a lot. I'm very appreciative of that.
So you're still your practice sleds are in town. He maintains them, but you have your race sleds stay in Minnesota.
Yeah, I got 3 sleds down in Minnesota and 1 sled here.
Yeah, yeah. And London Recreation, Mike Schmidt is still looking after Victoria, right?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. If Victoria's hanging around there, I want to talk to her later too.
Yep. Sure.
If she's still hanging around there. So let's see here. You're right now. You're in the semi or the pro light class. What are your goals going forward? Do you want to go like right through the pro class and go as far as you can, or what's your long-term goals?
Right now I got 2 years in pro light that I'm scheduled for, and then after that is kind of a little unknown as of right now. But I definitely, on my part, I definitely want to go all the way. I want to go to pro, and I don't know, I just want to be one of the best.
Yeah. So you think you're going to go 2 years? Like even if you do win overall this year, you're going to, I guess, run the number one plate, or you're going to defend it? You're going to defend it for the next year?
I'm gonna. If I win this year, I'm gonna defend it. Even if I don't win this year, I'm still gonna try to go for pro light next year as well.
Yeah, yeah. So your team this year, Theme Motorsports. Who are they, and what do they do?
Corey Thien runs the team. Corey and Renee, and he's got a family down there. And we stay at his house, and he runs a trucking company during the week and racing on the weekends.
He's a big enthusiast.
Yeah, he loves it.
Why does he? Why does he do that? Like you got to be really into it to run a team as big as, and it is a satellite factory team is what it is for Skidoo. He obviously gets a pretty damn good support for to run the team as big as it is. It's its third year or second year.
Fourth, I think.
It's the fourth. So but he raced himself though, right?
Yep.
Corey did, yeah. How did he do? I don't recall.
I don't really know. I mean, he was raced kind of local, I'm pretty sure, and then he raced plus 30 in ISOC, and he got injured a few years back, and then he bought a semi and started a team.
Really? Trucking company's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty sure it's doing pretty good.
How many guys are on the team approximately? Like, have you got mechanics back at the shop working on sleds, and then
I think
a race?
There's 9 of us there on the weekend. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah. The rest of your team, you got a pro, Francis.
Yeah.
He did pretty good on the weekend too. Got ninth.
Really good, like really good heats. He definitely had the speed to win on the weekend. Just bad starts and had some goggle problems in the final. But I think he'll be a really good contender this year, and he'll be really good for the team.
Yeah, awesome. What is your training regiment now? You're back home probably most weeks, training at back home in Ontario. But what's your training regime kind of thing, and kind of a day-to-day kind of thing, like strength training, practice?
I go to the gym maybe 3-4 times a week, always in the morning, and then we'll ride maybe 2 to 3 times a week. So kind of, I don't know, you don't really need to ride too much. Kind of just go to the gym and maintain, stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's about it.
What you got a coach?
I got a personal trainer at a gym just local here.
Yeah. Just a strength and conditioning coach is what you're doing. What about a racing coach? Do you can't use your dad? There's no way. He's probably done doing that. Do you have a racing coach? Kind of
no
overseeing anything like that?
No, just me.
Yeah, awesome. What kind of differences have you got between your practice sleds and your race sleds now? Is it very like your race sled has got to be pretty good? Obviously,
nothing really. Just suspension. It's a little bit. My suspension is a little different because I did some testing with Skidoo shearings, but other than that, it's pretty close to tip sheet, really.
Yeah, the tracks that you have a track at home, do you not? Yeah. Is it kind of a full size track or? Yeah. And do you go your preseason testing? Did you go to Quebec or Is that?
No, I was injured at the beginning of the year, so I just went straight down to Shearings and trained with the team.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's does Victoria go on those trips too, or is this just for the theme guys?
No, I was the only one who went down there this year, just with the theme team, and Victoria went to Quebec.
Yeah. Oh, she did. She went into LaBelle compound. Yeah. What kind of sponsors you got this year?
Main ones are FTA, Theme Motorsports, Ski-Doo, Aluminum Cabinet Company, North American Trailers, FXR, and there's a bunch more I'm not too sure on. Blunt Graphics, my mom, my dad, and just everybody who helps me out.
Yeah. How much are your mom and dad involved now? Do they go to all the races?
Yeah, they still go to all the races. Not so much involved in the mechanical side and getting ready and stuff. That's more with the team now. But they're still there supporting me at every race.
Yeah, and they're probably more involved with Victoria, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your sister Victoria, she did quite well on the weekend too. Kind of handed it to the boys in the one class I seen. You also had a good year in motocross this year. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it was a pretty good year. I mean, I tried to go to Loretta's with Corey Thien, the guy who runs Team Motorsports. We tried to do the whole Loretta's deal, and I ended up getting injured at Millville, so that kind of put me out of that. But yeah, I came back to Canada. We did Runcher Pro Nationals, and I think our best was a top 10. We went 8-13 at Sandalee for 10th overall.
In the pro class?
Yeah, in 250 Pro.
Yeah, nice. Who's all helping you for that program?
Just my dad.
Oh, I mean, there are some teams in Canada you haven't hooked up to any team like that yet. I know Canadian Moto's kind of going down a little bit now.
Yeah, I mean, we would like to be on a team for next year, but if it doesn't work out, we'll probably just kind of do our own thing out of a van or something.
Yeah,
Motorpark helped me out with a bunch the past few years.
I seen you won an award from Yamaha Canada. Some kind of was it a scholarship or something? I seen you won a bike or?
Yeah, you get a free bike and $2,500 in parts.
Oh yeah, so that's kind of what is that kind of a? How'd you win that? What did you do to win that?
It was the most points out of all the Yamaha riders at Walton Transcan, and that was me.
The Millville race, was that the Millville National? You raced that? Or?
No, it was just a local race.
Regional race?
District 23.
Yeah. What all results did you have? What's your best results that you had last year in motocross?
10th, really.
Oh, yeah?
And then I won a bunch of intermediate championships at Deschambault and Walton and stuff. I won 3 championships last year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Are you gonna try to go into Loretta's again next year? Is that the plan?
Probably not, because I have to move up a class. So we'll probably just stay here and do a Canadian 450 Pro.
Oh, you're gonna go to 450, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. No, that's let's see. So your program next year, you're just going to run the Canadian Motocross Series mostly. That's the deal. Okay. Well, cool. So what's with the snowcross? What's your next events coming up?
We might do that Dominator at the arcade compound in Wisconsin, but other than that, I don't know. That's a maybe. But we'll be at Shakopee, Minnesota for the round 2 of the ISOC series.
Do you plan on doing any Ontario events, or is you're going to be kind of tied up?
No, I probably won't end up coming down here unless there's one at the end of the year when we're done at ISOC.
Yeah, nice. So how are you making out with the theme team? They take care of everything, obviously. Do you, when you're there, do you work on the sled yourself or anything like that, or they kind of do it? They kind of take care of everything.
They take care of everything.
Yeah. How many sleds you got? You got three sleds there, and how many here?
Just one.
Yeah. And Mike Schmidt takes care of all them.
I wouldn't say he helps me build it, and then it's here right now at my house, and I'll just do the maintenance on it and ride it. But if anything breaks or anything blows or whatever, Mike will definitely be there to help me.
Yeah, cool. What can we speak to Victoria for a little bit?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
she in there?
Yeah. Victoria, come here. Do you need me after?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good.
Okay.
I might get your dad or mom on later if after Victoria if that's good.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll be around.
Okay.
I will, thank you.
Okay. Cool. Great. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Hey, Victoria, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. So you had a good weekend in Ironwood.
Yeah, it was lots of fun.
Yeah. Tell us what your results. You raced. You're racing in the boys, or I guess not the combined 9 to 13 class, and then the women's 9 to 13 classes. Was that you were at?
Yeah. In the boys, I got 3rd overall on Friday, and then on Saturday I raced the girls class, and I got 2nd overall.
And you raced against far more men in the boys class.
Yeah.
There had to be over 100 so odd in that class. Pretty close to that.
Yeah, around.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Incredible. That's that you got to be happy with that for sure.
Yeah, last year I really struggled in that class, barely making it to finals, and then this year a lot changed, and I got a lot more confident on the sled, and I don't know, I just pulled a whole shot and just rode my own race.
Yeah, nice. And the women's class, you got 2nd overall in that one. How'd that race go?
It went pretty well. I got the whole shot, and then I blew wide, and then Avery Hammer got around me, but rather than that, I'm happy with how the weekend ended.
Yeah. Do you feel that you can win that class?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you just kind of just didn't work out great that particular race.
Yeah, I just made a mistake, and she got around me.
Yeah, it probably didn't help. It didn't look like there was very good passing availability at Ironwood with the kind of sloppy conditions a little bit.
Yeah, in some sections it was getting down to dirt. The track wasn't very wide, but it was on an all right track.
Yeah. So what's going to be your program this year?
I'm not too sure. I'm just practicing all the time, getting into a bit of workouts and running, and I don't know, just doing what I can to win the season.
Yeah. I mean, you got to feel that you got to go to the rest of the ISOC events because, I mean, a third and 2nd over you're in positions right now. You kind of have to keep going.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. What about you? Are you going to try to make some Ontario races?
I don't know. I might go to one. I think I'm not sure. I haven't done the CSRA races in a couple of years actually.
Yeah, you got to be looking forward to Velcourt though. That's got to be a big race. Or that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Last year I did really well racing the pro women class.
For sure. So who's all your sponsors then for your program?
LRR, Skidoo, the LaBelle family, OGs, Dylan Bros Roofing, Stud Boy, and I think that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, I wish you luck. Is your mom and dad around?
Yeah, I think so.
One of them? Can I talk to one of them?
Yeah, I'll go get them.
Great. Thanks a lot, Victoria. Good luck.
Thank you. Mom. Yeah, I'm here. Or Dad.
Hey, Gord, how's it going?
Excellent. We're doing much better. We had some technical difficulties there the other night. There, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
That pisses me off more than anything is when stuff goes down like that.
Well, I don't know how to fix that stuff, right? So
yeah.
I was at a loss. So
Yeah, leave it to the mom to fix everything.
she got it working, obviously.
Yeah, she got it working great. Yeah. So tell us what how have things changed with Creighton on his own team now, and I guess you're with Victoria's team kind of thing. How have things changed over the years? I mean, you were racing yourself in 90s.
I raced late 90s, 2000s, kind of on my own dime. When I was 18, 19, I started. Went for many years till I had kids, and then I kind of took a 4-year break when the kids were born. And then Creighton was my excuse to go back.
To come back.
For plus 30. So and then it would just got to the point where my sled would be outside with a foot of snow on it, and I'd be in the trailer working on his, and I couldn't get a start the next day because I couldn't get any work on my sled done. So kind of quit racing and just focused on the kids.
Yeah.
So
I was asking Creighton about his 120 days. He says the only thing he recalls is that I disqualified him a lot.
Well,
and I said, well, that was his dad. That was his dad doing that.
It was the Polaris stalker. I don't know if it's 12 mile an hour or whatever you're allowed, but it does like 16 out of the box, right?
Yeah.
And so you can tighten the track, you can do a bunch of stuff to try to slow it down.
The track, you can do all kinds of
easy things. He couldn't let off the throttle. So like with Victoria in stock, I would tell her, okay, get out front, look back, make sure you're only 3 sled lengths ahead, stay on the gas. Creighton would just hold it wide open and get disqualified damn near every day. So we were just trying to get him into the final without getting disqualified, right? But once we got out of the limited classes and stuff, he had a lot more fun. Yeah, he had a lot more fun with that.
I remember him on the champ classes, had big high handlebars and that intense look on his face. Always has that same look. He still got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously things have changed a lot. I mean, are things a lot more relaxed now with the 2 different programs now? You can take a little bit of a breather from being a racer dad to now kind of handing them over to other programs.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a struggle for me last year because like I had worked with him since he was 3, and then he was in their trailer, their mechanics. I had a bit of empty nest syndrome going on last year. Like I didn't know what to do with myself because I'd been working so many years on his stuff, and then they were just taking care of it all. So, I mean, it left me a lot of time to spend with Victoria. So I was able to, make sure her stuff was top notch, and she ended up doing really well last year. So that paid off. It's great. I mean, it's what you work towards your whole life when you're in racing to get on a factory team. But I guess I just wasn't mentally or emotionally ready for it when it happened, him being only, 15 years old at the time. Right. So
you still wanted to get in there and help?
I did. And I mean, some teams, they want the parents involved. And with the theme team, they have such a great program. They will let you be involved as far as, coming into the trailer to eat and stuff, but they want to have
until you get in the way.
Yeah, they want total control of their program, and I kind of appreciate that, and I just stay out of their way. These guys do a great job. There's no reason for me to do anything, so I just try to stay out of their way and let them do their thing. So
do you watch the races now and tell Victoria or Creighton anything about the races, what they're doing in the races now? Do you give them any tips or anything?
I try to, for sure. Like, say I'm watching the moto before or something. I was saying that to Creighton and Victoria, just before their races, if they don't groom it, take the inside here, this and that. Cause if you're watching it on the monitor or something, a lot of times you can see something they can't when they're in the trailer or in staging lanes. So, I try to give my tips whenever I can. I mean, most of it's just track conditions and stuff. I don't have much advice for Creighton anymore. I used to, it's kind of funny. Like, when they're on minis and juniors, you're like, oh, come on, you can hit that jump. I know you can. Now you're like, I don't know if you should hit that. Maybe if you need to hit it to win, hit it. But so things are a little different like that nowadays. Right? You don't need to be that pushy 120 dad like you were back in the day, right? So
I was talking to Victoria, and I think she's got to keep going to these races now. I mean, beating the boys like she did in the boys class, and then 3rd overall that class. that's a big accomplishment to go through so many heats like that, and then go to the final and get third. Like it's not enough to have like 2 heats, but when you go through 4 heats and stuff like that, eliminating everybody like that, that's a big accomplishment. Like that's show stamina. And then getting the second in the women's class there, that's big. She's got to keep going there for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, we plan on it. We're doing the whole ISOC series. We've done it now for the past 3 or 4 years, I think. Well, I guess it would have been the COVID year was the first year of 2020. So it's been, this will be the 4th year we're doing the full ISOC series. And we really enjoy it. I love the competition down there. We did the Canadian series for so many years, and Vicky won her classes and Creighton won his classes, and it's a big job to go down there. It was actually a buddy of mine. I hemmed and hawed over it for many years, and it was a buddy of mine, Mark Stein, was Zach Stein's dad. We were talking about this back in Champ and back in the day. And I said, I don't know. I think, Polito went there and got second. And I thought, oh, maybe we could go there and podium. And he said to me, I think you can go down there and win it. And I'm like, you think so? So anyway, we went down and tried it. And he ended up battling for the win right down to the wire, like lost it by 1/100th of a second. And that was it. We were hooked. So at that point, we started doing both. I was doing CSRA and ISOC. And I would race Friday in Iowa. I remember I drove 10 hours overnight to be for Lindsay the next morning, and it just got to be too much when we were trying to do both series. So we had to kind of pick one. And I think it was 2 years ago, we ended up coming back racing Horseshoe at the end of the year. And last year, the schedule didn't really allow for that. This year, it doesn't look really the same either, because when we're in a tight points battle down there, I don't want to come back here to Horseshoe, because now it's the weekend before the finale at Duluth. So it's a little risky. I know Creighton's team wouldn't let him do it. I don't think they would anyway, because they would be too concerned that he would get hurt or something.
And
then not be able to finish the pro light season. Right. So I don't know if that'll happen. I am glad that Valcor's back on the series, because at least we get to race in Canada. I got a lot of family and stuff going to Valcor this year. So, that's exciting. I love the track there. I'd never been to Valcourt, actually. Last year was my first time.
Really?
And I was blown away. I was like, wow, I didn't know we had this great of an event in Canada, So.
I think a lot of people are going to be surprised when they see the crowds there. It's Eagle River's big, Beausejour's big, but Valcourt is probably that next highest level for sure for a crowd. And they have all the different disciplines. They have the oval, they have the quads, they have the bikes. Snowcross, and it's kind of nonstop. ISOC hasn't been there, or WSA hasn't been there for several years, so it should be good to see them back again. Just to welcome all the factories. Skidoo always came, to Valcourt, but it'd be nice to see all the rest of the other factories there for sure. What about motocross? How are you enjoying it? It's probably a different animal since you're doing it with Creighton and Victoria too. Victoria's racing motocross too.
No, both the kids are right into the motocross. Victoria's right into it this year and last year. She's spent she's kind of doing what Creighton used to do. So Creighton used to spend the whole summer living at Motopark training, and then that would kind of build up to going to the ECAN and then Transcan. And she did that last couple of years. This last summer was the first year she stayed in the trailer all by herself and did the entire 6 weeks there. And it really, really helped out. We went to ECAN and she was laying it down. So, and then same as Transcan, she's just doing really good. I knew right then that this was going to be a big year on the sleds. Now, we've really taken snowmobiling racing a little bit more important. So we kind of treat motocross as a bit of a cross training exercise. We get right into it when we're in the series, but I don't get so wrapped up over it anymore. It's more of our optional sport, and it's a great, something. I just can't see us, going boating all summer and then winning snowcross. You know what I mean? So I think it's necessary if you really want to compete, because it's only a 3-month thing, 4 months really in the wintertime. So if your motocross is more of an all year thing to keep you ready and in shape, right? So
nice. What are you doing with yourself now? You were roofing before, and you did an amazing job on my roof in Keswick. You remember doing that? all by
I don't
yourself?
actually. I did. Did I do your
Really?
roof? Yeah.
Yeah, you did my roof. Yeah, you did my roof. Yeah, you did a
Oh,
good
okay.
job. Damn good job too.
Yeah, that must have been a while ago because I haven't been on the tools in probably 10 years. But
Yeah.
nowadays, yeah, no, we're working, doing a lot of roofing. We got about 4 subdivisions on the go and lots of other jobs, and that keeps us going. I mean, it's winding down right now with the weather, and but we're keeping busy. I look like shit because I've been up for 3 days making snow. We just finished. We've been blowing snow here now. Well, we've been trying it for a long time, but we haven't had any temperatures. But with the last few days,
Yeah.
we were able to make a pretty decent track. So they're actually there's kids out there right now. Creighton's unloading Vicky's sled, and a few kids are out there starting to ride. So
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shocking. You actually have the temperatures to do it.
well, we had one night of -10,
Yeah.
not last night, the night before, and yeah, we were able to make a mountain of snow. Like I made piles last night that were 25 feet tall and 200 feet long. So
Yeah.
yeah, it took I don't know maybe 6 hours just to push all the snow out into a track. So
You got your own groomer and everything?
got a groomer. I actually just bought a new one. I got a PB 300. Just sold it yesterday. Still driving it, but the guy paid me. And then mine's coming, my new one next week. It's not new. It's 10 years newer than the one I have now.
Yeah.
Quicker blade, a little better blade function. I drove a buddy of mine's there a couple weeks ago up at Timmins, and that ruined me. Had to get a new one. So it was just so much better than mine. So.
Nice.
I just feel like, if the kids are going to be this dedicated, then, we got to have the tools at home to keep them in shape and keep them riding. So
all the other parents are hating you.
no, I mean, we let all the other, anyone who wants to ride can come and ride here. I don't even really charge anybody money. I mean, it's I got Jack Jellinis is out there right now riding, and we're here to help. Like if anybody in the snowcross game wants some help, we've always been that guy. I'll help you out. I'll give you parts, advice, whatever we can do. I want to see people succeed in the sport, and I want to see the sport itself succeed.
Yeah.
So,
and you're in Oxbridge, Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can hook you up. They can contact you and see if they can come and ride for a couple days. Or whatever.
Not a problem,
Dave,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, contact
and Glenn at the compound too. He's been in a court battle, kind of rezoning and all that. He's got that off the ground now, so that's to me that's really important to have.
Yeah.
Like imagine racing motocross without Gopher Dunes or Moto Park.
Yeah.
You go buy a dirt bike at the store, but you can know where to ride it, and then you got to go race it. You know what I mean? So I think that these training facilities are kind of key to getting people into the sport. You can buy something knowing you have somewhere to ride it. So I think that's going to be a really good thing especially for Ontario and the CSRA and just our group around here to keep kids involved, because we need tracks, we need places to ride. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, Luke. Well, thank you very much for doing this, and Creighton and Victoria. And Mom for Trina for fixing the computer.
Setting it all up.
And we got her done.
All right. Well, thanks again. I appreciate you getting us on here. And
no problem.
Yeah, no, it's great to do, and it was great talking to you. I haven't talked to you in a while, actually. So
yeah. It's great to see you again.
I used to see you all the time when I was in Keswick when you're out on your road bike there. But I moved out to Mount Albert here, so we don't see you up and down there. You still in Keswick or no?
No, I'm in Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
We got no snow here either.
No, it's bad coast to coast. It's not a great winter. So
yeah, for sure. So
but,
all right, Luke. Good luck. Good luck to everybody.
All right, thanks, Gordon. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah. Take care. All right. Thanks a lot for the Dillon family for coming on and to just telling about the program, what's going on this year and the past couple of years. I've known them for several decades, so good talking to them. So I want to thank them, and we'll thank CKX Gear for their support of the show. And stay tuned. We got some more racers coming up. So take care.